Hello my planner pals and welcome back, and if you're new here then thank you for joining me and giving me a try. My name is Di, I am here at Creative Karma Design. Today I'm going to share with you 5 stories of December Daily and my prep day page. What I'm going to do is the same thing that I did before, where I will flip through and then there will be timestamps down here for the process voiceover of each page. It's just an easier way of doing it for me, but yeah. So this was my prep day. I wanted to put something in, and I said this when I did the foundation pages, I wanted to put something in of prep day. So what I've done, I've got a little tag here that slips out the top, pops back in, and that's got all my journaling on about prep day because it was my first prep day. I love this. I've got these little wooden snowflakes. I love it. And then I cut this out on my Cricut. This is a little pocket page. I don't know if you can really see that well, but all I did for this, I printed the journaling out on clear sticker paper. I've got 2 photos. It's just basically the first day of decorating the house, and these are from a paper pack that I had. This was the number 1 that my Cricut decided to eat the number 6 from my 16, so I wanted to use it, and that's where I've used it. Story number 2, and we had our makeup Thanksgiving. We postponed Thanksgiving because my husband was sick. So this is my story number 2, is that we had Thanksgiving. This was the stuff that came for Black Friday, was the rug underneath my dog here. And this is a little flip up. I've got a little Monday there. And then some journaling about our Thanksgiving and our Black Friday shopping coming to the house. So yeah, and I did the little flip up with ribbon. And then this, I actually added on the heart afterwards. I just put the 2 on there initially, added on the heart afterwards because it just felt like it needed something more. Story number 3. I've got 3 everyday stories. Cut this out on my Cricut onto sticker paper. I already made these tag pages, these tag pockets in the foundation pages. And then I've got 3 little tags. Each one has a little story on the back, and they're just 3 stories. This one is about decorating, like putting the tree up. This one is about getting a massage with my friend. And then this one, I'm not going to show because I just put a sticky note on the back because it's got my address on, quite frankly. But yeah, and that's a little story there. So I've just got 3 stories with 3 small little journaling spots on them. Story number 4. The previous night, I made cookies for the dogs. So I don't know whether you have noticed, but the price of dog cookies has gone up exponentially, and the size of the box has reduced. So this is the second time that I've done this, but I used to make dog cookies all the time when we had Sky and River. Not so much for Pixel because he had colitis and stomach issues, but for my first 2, I made bunches of cookies. I just did them all the time. Every week, new batch of cookies. This is the second batch that I've done for Cosmo and Stella, and I just decided to do a page all about the cookies. And yes, I did a whole photo shoot just for the cookies with the tree in the background. This again cut out on my Cricut. I cut out the little gingerbread man. This was the file that was in Ali's kit, and then I've got the recipe on there, and he just hangs over the edge. Just like that. And then I got another one cut out here, a little bit of journaling on clear sticker paper. But yeah, dog cookies. That was number 4. Number 5 is the story about the littlest Christmas tree. So I made this little pocket page as part of my foundation, and I was unsure whether I was going to use it because it was just a little addition. I freaking love it because story number 5 was the day that I went out to Dollar Tree and I bought a little tree from Dollar Tree, $1.25. It's literally from the base to the tip, 18 inches. Just the tree is 12 inches. And I just thought the littlest Christmas tree with the tree paper made perfect sense. That was my story for day number 5. And I got the tag that I'd already done. I actually had 2 tags in here. I'd taken the other one out. I'd already done. This was paper from a paper pack. Got my journaling on clear sticker paper. I just ran it through my printer, put the sticker paper on top of where it printed, ran it through again. Die cut number 5, some ribbon. This is actually ribbon from a bag that I bought, like a gift bag that I bought, and I just cut it up because I love the font on the paper. Look at this paper. You're gonna die when you see it. Look at this. This is a gift bag at Dollar Tree right now. Yes, love it. So I've got, I think, 2 sheets of 10 by 8 plus some little extras. But that is story number 5. And then 6, I've got potentially a pocket page. So that is where I'm going to leave it. And then again, down below will be timestamps for the process videos for everything. So if you need anything, look down there. I will put as much as supplies as I can in the description box and in the comments. So yeah, I will put as many of the supplies and stuff that I can in the comments. I do have a playlist. This is going to go in my December daily playlist. So check out that. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. And I will see you next time, my planner pals. Bye. Here come the process videos. All right, so first up, we've got my December Daily Prep Day page. This was a story from before December. This was the 3rd of November, but I wanted to put it in my album because it was the first prep day that I'd done. And you can see that I've got my holding photo of the white paper on the page, just so that I just took out some of the measurements and stuff like that. I didn't have to think about it. Printed the photo with the word art on my printer. And then I did a little tag that I'm going to do a pull-out tag from the top. My initial plan was it was going to pull out from just above the word art, but the word art was so near the top of the page that I just thought, you know, I'm just going to do it on the top of the page. It's going to go in between the reason why page and the prep day page. So you can see here, I'm laying the tag down on the back of the photo, and I end up putting vellum over that so that it's got a nice little pocket to fit in, and then the tag does not disappear down the bottom of my page, and I'm never able to get it out again. So yeah, it just fits in nicely and doesn't kind of go any further down. Adhere that to the page, and I wish I'd have done that with some more like strong adhesive, but I'd run out of red line tape at this point. So there's that. Just trimming the edge off, just trying the tag again, and the tag, just one layer of cardstock, the white cardstock wasn't enough. It was just a bit flimsy. So I wanted to back it with some other cardstock to make it a little bit stronger. So you can see here, I'm just trying to decide which cardstock to use, cutting that down to size, and again, rounding the corners, adhering those back to back. And you can see that I've put on one of the little Avery index tabs, and I do kind of go and get the little white strip to go in there because I want something on there. Initially, my thought was I was going to put like December or prep day or something. What I end up doing is, because I'm working on days 1 and 2 at this point as well, I end up going to print some stuff out onto clear sticker paper. These are again from the December Daily digital kit. So I just put those in and popped them into the little tag thing, which is harder than it looks. And then that was the prep day page done. And then for day 1, I've got a pocket page, and day 2, because day 2 is on the back side. So for day 1, my photos are smaller, like 3x4 pocket photos. I could have used a 3x4 pocket page, but I'd already put this in my plans. So I'm like, I'm just going to use it. I'm just going to use this. So you can see here that I have a little square, and it's slightly smaller than the 4x4 pocket, and it says deck the halls. That was appropriate because this was the day that we put our tree up, and the tree got put up, and then slowly over the course of the next week got like decorations on it. So it just seemed like a very slow start. So you can see here, I've got a photo of me in a Santa hat in front of the tree. I've got a photo of the lights. We normally have a green tree, and we normally have white lights. This year, we've got a white tree, and my husband wanted colourful lights. So what we are doing is we're putting colourful lights on. So I took all this time to make sure that the lights were correct and they were untangled and all of that for nothing, because my husband wanted different lights, which is completely fine. So this one that you see here this was from a mistake on the prep day. I wanted to cut out a 16 out of this red cardstock, and my Cricut ate the 6. So I have the 1 and I wanted to use it, so I'm just going to put that on here. So I'm going to mount the Deck the Halls on some green cardstock. I've got my journaling on some sticker paper, clear sticker paper. So you can just see where I want the number 1 and where I want the journaling. And I'm just going to put the journaling down. I'm loving the clear sticker paper. Like, I mean, I use that a lot in my planning anyway. But yeah, I'm loving the clear sticker paper for this. So I've got the stories down. I've got the 2 little journaling cards, and I've got the 4x4 cards. For the 1, I'm using like foam adhesive, and I knew that I still wanted to use the pockets for the back page, so I just put half of the 1 down on the page, like only adhered half of it down, so I could still use the pockets when I was doing the second page. So my second story was actually about Thanksgiving, because my husband was sick over Thanksgiving week, so we delayed our Thanksgiving and had it on Monday the 2nd. So you can see I've got a photo of the Thanksgiving dinner, and then on the top left, I've got a photo of one of my dogs on the new rug that I have for my home office. So I've got the back side that I'm using for the previous side of stories 1, right? And you can see here, I'm just like, okay, what can I do? What can I fill in? And I'm just playing with things, trying to make things work. And what I end up doing is I do put the joy on the bottom left, but on the top right, I make a little flipper pocket page type thing. And I just feel like I've got a lot of space where that rug is, like to the left of my dog. But that's just, you know, sometimes that's just how it works. So you can see me here, I'm just trying to figure out what I want on the back. I end up like sticking some white cardstock behind the Making Spirits Bright. And I've got my journaling. I put my journaling down here. I think this is on sticker paper. Question mark. I think this is on sticker paper as well. But yeah, I make a little flip up page. So the journaling is in the pocket, but the flip up is on the outside. So you can see me here. I'm just sticking down some of the stuff, and you know, it's loose. Like, I'm not sticking things down like quote properly. I'm just like having them, because I mean, the pocket pages are not going to fall out. So yeah, I stick the joy down. But for the Making Spirits Bright, the flip up, what I actually do is I use ribbon as my flipper-upper. I don't even know how to even decide what to say about that. To use it as the fold. So the fold is actually ribbon. And it was the first time that I'd really done that in about 20 years. And it was a little hard to get to like work properly, like to get it to stick in, to do all the things. But I managed to figure it out. I attached the ribbon with my tiny attacher, and I end up like, because the flip up, the Making Spirits Bright, you can see the ribbon clearly. So I'm like, okay, what can I do? And I end up using that little Under the Mistletoe, like Kiss Me Under the Mistletoe card. Because these cards, they're in a paper pack that, you know, I was like, oh yeah, I'll just cut those up. That'd be great. But they're not the same sizes as my pocket pages, which was kind of annoying. I'm going to be honest, kind of annoying, but I'm making it work. And in the end, it all worked. So it's okay. So you can see me here. I put a little Avery tab on the bottom. I think this one I end up stamping, and I just stamp Monday because it was Monday. I just stamped Monday on the bottom of the tag, on the bottom of the little like tag to go on the bottom. And I just do that in black ink. And that's something that I would like to do more of. And I've said this before in other posts, but I want to do more stamping in 2025. So yeah, I just stamp Monday and get that done. Slip that into the little Avery index tab and then put it on the flip up so that you know it flips up. And you can see me here. I'm thinking about this space. It just feels like a big white space. I've got this 2, and I put the 2 down, and then I kind of call it a day because I stick the one down on the other side. I kind of call it a day, and I'm like, yeah, I think I'm done. I'm not done. I'm not done. Because I'm deciding, do I want to put stars on? I want some embellishments on here. So yeah, I end up only putting one star on. But yeah, I'm just like, it needs a little something on that side. I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm done. No, I'm not. The next day, as I'm doing other things, I remember I have these big wooden chalkboard hearts. And I take the two off, and that's on just on vinyl. I take the two off, take it off the page and put it onto the heart, put some ribbon through the heart, and then stick it to my page. I think I used dimensional adhesive again. I used that same foam adhesive, but I like that much better now. It just felt like there was too much of a white space on the left-hand side. So again, you think they're done. You think the pages are done. They're not done. You just need to leave it and then come back and then come back. But now I love it. Now I love it. All right, and then we come on to story 3. And story 3 in my foundation pages was these 3 little pockets. Now, what I decided to do was do 3 little stories, 3 little everyday stories. Now, you will see me do 2 of these. Like, I'm just got a little photo. I've got, again, journaling that I've cut out on clear sticker paper. The third one I do off camera because I didn't realize until afterwards, but my address is on the photo. So the third one you'll see me do off camera, and then I just put a little sticky note over it so that you can't see the photo. So again, you can see here, I'm just putting the journaling on clear sticker paper and doing that. And then again, the third one, I disappear off camera and do it off camera and then come back. So then I'm like, okay, what can I do on the tags that will kind of, I'm going to say pretty them up a bit, because I know that I want to put ribbon through. I know that I want to do all of that. Again, that's the fun stuff. So I printed out some of the kit, the digital kit, and I just chose 3 of the little word art things. So I've got joy, twinkle, and merry, just again to add a little bit of interest to the tags. So I just put those three words on the tags. Again, it's just clear sticker paper, trimming off where needed. And then I get my big chunky hole punch and punch a little hole in the middle. I just do one, make sure it's right, and then use that as a little template for the rest. I've got some red ribbon that I'm going to put through each of the little tags, and I just attach that with my tiny attacher, just a little stapler. And then, yeah, just repeat that with the other 2, ribbon through, and push it through. That was probably the easiest thing. Like, I'm loving that little tiny attacher. I bought that last year. Yeah, last year. So, yeah, I'm loving that. So I'm just trimming the ribbons off so that it's not all the same size. I like it to be a little bit staggered. And you can see here, I've already die cut on my Cricut a big 3 and everyday stories. So I'm going to put that down on my page. This is just on like white sticker paper. And again, as much as I can, things will be linked down below. But I do, I'm trying to do this without messing around with the tape, the transfer tape, or like washi tape. And I have the genius idea to just cut the backer paper in half, and then I've actually gone a bit too heavy and I've cut all of the letters in half. So yeah, if you're doing that, don't press down too much is what I will say. So that was page 3. And then for page 4, I have a fun page. This page is all about my dog's cookies that I have made. So at the night time, we'd had the oven on to do food. And I was like, I'm going to leave the oven on and I'm going to cook some dog biscuits. So the dog cookies have gotten really expensive here, and the boxes have gotten smaller. So I'm like, okay, I have the back of this page. That's going to be my next story. Story number 4 is just going to be the cookies, the dog cookies. So I literally cooked the cookies. The next day, I put them all on a plate and did a little photo shoot for the cookies. So I took a picture of the cookies on a plate in front of the tree. And then I got a couple of photos of my dogs eating the cookies. They loved them. And I decided that I was going to do the recipe and put the recipe like in the album. So I've got a little pocket page that I want to do again here with the cookie recipe. And you can't see, I think you can just see in that top right-hand corner, there's a little gingerbread man. It's a little gingerbread man. There's a couple of gingerbread men lying around. And I wanted to do a little pull-out tag where the gingerbread man was the tab to pull out. So that is why, like, he's going to lie on top of the photo. So that's why I've done two. The one on the back, like, is attached to the gingerbread man and the recipe card, and the one on the front is just attached by the head of the gingerbread man, and the body is, like, loose. So you can see here, I'm just putting the gingerbread man down. I do end up making a mistake and, like, trying to glue the feet together. Don't need the feet together. Don't do that. Don't put the feet together, because then the card won't slide in. So yeah, you can see me here just kind of like pushing that down. That brayer that you just saw there, that brayer is fantastic for, like, adhering things to your page. If you don't have one and you are doing memory keeping projects and stuff like that, you need a brayer. That's all I'm going to say. So you can see here, I've got another little gingerbread man that I've cut out. And I'm just, if I have little scraps of sticker paper, I'm just labeling them whether they're clear or white so that I can use them for other projects. So I disappear off and I come back and I have just cut out on my Cricut Cookie Monsters in white sticker paper. Again, I was just going to try and do the trick of putting them down like half and half, but in the end I just did it letter by letter. Doesn't matter, it's just like using like alphabet stickers. So yeah, I am loving my Cricut right now for cutting out my stickers. So as you can see here, I've got this tiny little gingerbread man, and I just put him in between the cookie and monsters. And then to put the final touches on, I just put a number 4 in thickers on that big gingerbread man. And that is story number 4 done. All right, and then we have story number 5, and this was the little pocket page that I'd already pre-made with a tag in it, and the tag is about, it's just shy of 5 by 7. So I have a photo that I want to use of this little tiny Christmas tree that I have in my office. I actually bought it on day 5. This is from Dollar Tree. It's $1.25, and it's 12 inches from branch to the top, 18 if you're counting the base. But it's the tiniest little tree, and I decorated it, and I love it. It just adds a little bit of seasonal cheer into my my studio here. So you can see I've got the tag. I'm just going to print some journaling on clear sticker paper. And to do that, I ran the paper, like the regular printer paper, through my printer. And then I stuck the little leftovers of clear sticker paper and then onto the page, and then ran it through my printer again. Super easy. You see me here, I'm just going to adhere the photo to the back of the tag. Just cutting that off, I punch a little hole, and ironically that's right at the top of my tree. And yeah, and then I'm trying to decide, I want to write on here on the front of the pocket, the littlest Christmas tree. And I'm looking at my alphas, they all seem too big, and I'm not sure that I like the gold, because that gold is different to the gold that's on my big tag. So what I end up doing is going and cutting it out of white sticker paper on my Cricut. And while that's doing that, I'm deciding on what ribbon I want to go through my tag. And I end up with this. This is actually from a gift bag. So yes. So you can see here, kind of, that I've got the alphabets, and I'm just weeding out the little middles of the word art that I've created. And I just created this. I prefer to create it in Canva. I've got more font choices. I'm not paying for Cricut design space. So I just created it in Canva, imported it, resized it, cut it on my Cricut. And it just says the Christmas tree, and then the littlest is in cursive. I'm just going to cut that up, decide where I want it. Again, I just need to get over my fear of transfer tape and just start using transfer tape. But yeah, the littlest went down. It went down great, but it's the smaller letters. The smaller letters are quite the challenge, but I did end up getting it all down and absolutely loved it. Loved it. Again, I have resisted doing this kind of thing for so long, and I'm absolutely in love with doing projects like this now. So yes, look for more of these coming very, very soon, of making my own alphabets, because I am down. I am so down. So then I have to decide, where am I going to put the 5? So this 5 that you see here, this was actually in, again, a paper pack. I've got these circles and I just don't like it. It doesn't feel right. So I go in my stash and I've already pre-cut, again, foundation days, prep days, already pre-cut this 5 out of glitter cardstock. So I make a little tiny hole and I've got this little jump ring, and I end up just using the little jump ring on the ribbon. And you can see here, I'm just trying different things, but I just use the little jump ring on the ribbon to hold that number 5 in place. And I love it. I just love it. Absolutely love it. It's perfect. So you can see here, I've got the little tag and it's done, and I absolutely love it. So yeah, that was story number 5. So yeah, all right, I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, give me a thumbs up.